Hello, hello, this is JilliBling, and today's project, it's mostly following a real simple layout where you just have a few layers, and then you have a die cut that will cut out a window. And it can't be just a tiny window, it has to be a decent sized window. And all of these cards are using pretty much the same layout, a little bit of texture, and then of course embellishments and maybe coloring stuff. But I was going through items I put in garage sale, and have you ever gone through the stuff you're about to get rid of, which is a mistake? And I was doing it just to tidy it up, and I found all kinds of stuff that I fell in love with all over again. They were in that box for a year or two, so beware. There's a few items in here that are not current, but with this template, you could put any image here. I did beer because my husband, he likes him some beer. He might even like it better than his wife. I mean, he needs beer. So here's the first one, beer. This is current. This one here, I'll show you the stamp set in just a minute. Isn't that beautiful? But again, it's the same layout. Just a little bit of bling, a little ribbon, and that's it. And I'll show you all the stamp sets here in just a minute too. And be jolly this season. Yeah, I know a lot of people that like beer. Personally, I don't drink beer, but that's okay. And this is a retired set. Could you imagine having this in garage sale, letting it go? It's so cute. One more project with it, and then I'll let it go. Same with this one. This is what spurred it all on. This card is very similar to one that Diane Long made, and I've had it sitting on my desk for a few years. And as I was going through the garage sale boxes, I saw the leaves, and I'm like, oh, I can't let that go until I try this. So I love this card. I love how simple it is. Definitely very festive, very happy. And isn't that pretty? It's simple, but it's just so pretty. And back to the first one. I didn't show you the inside of that. Beer. Okay, so that's the layout. Brewed for you. It's a bundle, so you don't have to cut out the shapes. So sincere. This is a lovely stamp set. Great. Everyone needs a good word set. This is a good word set. Everlasting Beauty is where quite a few of the flowers came from. And these, I'm pretty sure they're from New Zealand or Australian. And last time I used it, I was a smarty. And I looked up what they all are. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that helps me when I look up how to color them. But that doesn't mean I follow my own rules. Like this one, I don't think it's supposed to be purple color, but I pretend like it was a thistle. So that's fun. And then countryside corners for the inside, the shape right here. Deco rectangles, brilliant backgrounds. Oh, this, did I show you that? Look at this background. Isn't that fun? And I didn't even know it popped out these little diamonds, these little squares. So brilliant backgrounds, there's this die, and it's a big die, big solid die. And then the die that we used for the coffee, the girl drinking the coffee cards, and I was pretending like it was steam coming up. That's the second die in brilliant backgrounds. Then using embossing folders, Time Worn, Crosshatch, Timber, and Merry Melody. And I did that one with the this llama, because fa la 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 llama, it's like he's singing. Okay, so that's a start to it all. That's all we need this time. A little bit of bling, a little bit of coloring. Okay, countryside corners. Let's cut this out. So I'm going to cut it out and I'm going to texture it. I'm going to cut it first, then texture it. Make sure it's straight. So here it's texture with time worn. Okay, let's get to building this card. And these cards are pretty simple. There's just a little bit of coloring, and that's it. And then the inside, just a little bit of coloring. Oh, hold on. I hear Roomba coming, and she's really noisy. Okay, warm up. So this is for the inside. This is for right here. And that goes on top with dimensionals. Okay. She stopped. Okay. And you can see how easily this goes together. See, this would be a good Christmas card. There's all kinds of sets in the mini catalog right now that just like a little image that you could color, because you want it to be something a little bit brilliant. As an example, you don't want to just have like a stamped, solid stamped item. Well, I guess that could be cute, but that's really easy. You want something, I think the coloring kind of makes the card shine, but it doesn't have to be big. For instance, there's two of them. There's the one with like that. Actually, I think there's three of them. That would work perfectly with this layout for your Christmas card. Well, now that I'm thinking about it. Do you all use the index in the back? So the ones I'm thinking of are Jolly Words, Festive and Fun, and I think there's one more. Oh, Gift of Giving, page 25, page 13, and page 33. Can I remember that? 13. See, this one would be really cute. If you just had this guy with the little festive cake, any of them would be really cute. On this one could take up, if you turn the card, portrait, that could take up the whole little square and then just have some words off to the side. That would be really cute. This one, just with the cup in it, or to you, having it all colored, any of these. Having them colored really cute, and then just a little bit on the inside. This is like a test. Remember the numbers. See, now both of these would be cute on the outside, and then that on the inside. So, lots and lots of possibilities. Done, done. And I'm not going to stick the white paper on until I stamp, because I have history with stamping crooked. Okay, so if this is going to go right here, just set it there. I'm going to put the words on. This will go right here, right over the top. Sometimes I didn't cut exactly perfect and you could see a little bit of white. If you want, you could trim that down. But once you put it on with dimensionals, you do see a little bit of white, but that's just a little bit more interest. And yeah, there's 2 layers under there, y'all. This one might be too much showing. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut it down. Okay, now it's smaller. Oh, that's better to work with. Okay, good enough. And this whole project uses memento. Oh, and these words are great. Just love spending time with you. I want to do that, and then this flower right here, because I've already used these 2 flowers. That one, it didn't seem like it took up enough room. But maybe a couple of those kind of layered on top of each other. But for now, the words will go, which side? Let me see how the flower is. The flower is pretty centered, so maybe I'll put them on this side. Okay. I keep scooching it, so just a hint of adhesive. Hold it in place. Oh, then I put it on crooked. And just a hint of adhesive right in the middle. Okay. Now, ready to stamp. I'm going to test this first. Brand new stamp set. Oh, I didn't get much ink on it. I might need to re-ink my stamp pad. Hold on. If you wash it, clean it, it's like kind of getting the coating off of a brand new stamp set. Now let's see. Oh, that's better. But I'm going to wash it one more time. Okay, so yesterday I got all my shots. I was about to go for 4 of them. Then they said insurance won't cover one of yours until 2 years from now. I was trying to get the RSV, and I was schooled that RSV has been around for a long time. I've probably already had it. So yeah, you could get it if you want, but it's not like COVID. What did I get? COVID, flu, and pneumonia. All 3, one day. Doing pretty good today, other than my arms are killing me. They're just killing me. Okay, let's see how this is now. Pretty good. I could always flip it over, but I think it's pretty good. Oh, and then stamp the flower. There's no dies for the flower, but that's okay. I don't mind a little bit of fussy cutting, but not a lot. Well, what did I do with that stamp? It's right in here. I'm out of blocks. They're all being busy. Okay, so that's good. It's right here. Yeah, that turned out great. I'll be using that for the inside though. Oh, the inside. Should I put words on it? Just love spending time with you. What other words? Take courage. Here's to all the beautiful things yet to come. That's for our anniversary, I think. If friends were flowers, I'd have the pick of the bunch. Okay. At first it's like, oh, that's nice, but now I'm trying to really figure it out. If friends were flowers, I'd have the pick of the bunch. Isn't that being kind of, oh, I don't get, okay, here, let's choose one of these words. Love spending time with you. I think I'm just going to leave it nothing. Because then you could put whatever you want. Oh, the arms. Whatever you want. You could write whatever you want. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out and color it in blue tones. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, and pool party swoosh. Pool party, just a hint of color. That one too. I think I did it on most of them. Pool party, that looks really good with that one. This one I didn't do it. And this one I didn't do. That one I did do. You know, I'm going to leave it plain just because I did it on so many. But to do the swoosh of color, it is blending brush, put it into pool, and just swoosh. And if you have a heavy touchdown spot, don't worry, because that's where your image will go right over the top. So that's how you do the swoosh. Okay, and then a little bit of bling. Okay, so I'm going to put this together, put this on with dimensionals. Moving on. See, it's kind of easy. So tell me, I'll go through the cards again. Tell me what color combo you like best. And I know it depends on what words you put on it, but you could see that you can kind of, like how I put the beer on the green Christmassy card, but it works because you're being jolly. It's a season. And this blue, I also did that with beer, and what else? So if you can, in the comments, tell me what combo you like best. The Christmassy colors, which is Granny Apple Green and Poppy Parade, or the natural with the crumb cake back here, crumb cake, fresh freesia, and mossy meadow. To me, that's a little bit natural. Where's the other one? Yeah, I did both of those with the linen thread. It looks great. Or the Granite Gray, Pebbled Path, and Blueberry Bushel. That I found easy as a man card, but it works great for a Christmas card too. And great for flowers. Because I haven't cut the papers yet, and I'm going to do this for Card Buffet, and I'm just wondering, which color combo do you like the best? Or you like them all equal? Dimensionals. Oh, and I'm putting, normally I would put just 4 dimensionals on, but because the frame gets a little bit delicate by these edges, and then on top of that putting the texture with the embossing folder on it, if I didn't put support pieces, like double the dimensionals, the frame would have kind of like a bow in it. We don't want that. See right here, it would dip down. Okay, oh, that's really pretty. I wonder about bling. Oh, I know. I was thinking, what kind of blue or yellow bling do I have to accentuate the card? But, you know, with blends, you can color your bling. I think I'll color them like a light blue. And when you color using blends, color it in a darker color because the brightness from the bling makes it look a little bit lighter. So I'm just going to stick the stems down flat. Okay, so this goes right there. Isn't that sweet? I really like that. Oop, that's a little high. Okay. Stick. Okay, so bling, rhinestones. I'll do 3 little bitty ones with blueberry. And when you color, try to preserve the tip. So see how I'm kind of going at the side of it? Because if you go on the very tip of it, you're going to thrash that tip. You don't want to do that. I'll just do 3 of them. And also try to avoid, with the marker tip, getting underneath the bling where the glue dot is, because the alcohol in the marker will dissolve the adhesive. Okay, so right there, can you see? I'm looking. Yeah, you could see that those are a little bit blue. Here, I'll hold it up close. See how they just have a hint of blue? So these are just going to be sparkles coming off of my my flower. Just a little sparkle. Oh, that's very pretty. It's a very sweet card. Quick! We'll do a little coloring on the inside. Okay. So for the inside, I decided nothing, but I'm just going to put some flowers. I think all the other ones I just put like a half a flower on, which is good. Should I put a linen thread? I don't know. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Because I think the crumb cake, oh, that does look good though, huh? But where would I put it? Right there in the middle? Okay, I'm going to try to do like a little single bow. Okay, some of y'all, are you thinking, single? Do you do that? Who was I talking with? I was talking with Ree the other day. And she was like, it came time to do a bow, like a regular bow. And she always has me do her double bows, which is just fine. And she goes, you know when you tie your shoes, you have two pieces. She goes, and I just was stumped at how do you tie a regular bow? And I get it. It's like, you kind of, if you're used to doing a double one, sometimes human brain, just a little. Let's see how this looks. I think it's going to be cute. What do you think? I think that's good. I don't want it to be in the way of the flower, so maybe you could go this direction. Just like that. So a glue dot, just because the knot is so tiny, I'm going to take a glue dot, kind of roll it up like a burrito. Ooh. Just because I want the glue dot completely underneath the knot. If I don't do this, it's going to stick in the envelope. But now that it's all wadded up, it's tiny. And I'm going to put liquid glue over it. Just to lock it in place. So I think the bow gets lost in the leaves, but then with the bow stretching out into the frame in the white area, it kind of brings your eye back to it. But I think it's just a natural a little bit of texture. Just a little glue, that'll dry solid and clear. Okay, so back to the inside. Okay, dry. I really like those blue bling. This one, half a flower. That one turned out really pretty. These colors are Berry Burst, light and dark, and then Freesia. Just because the border is Freesia, I needed to use Freesia on there. I think naturally it's red, but mine is on the purple hue. Okay, that's just a half, so I had to do something different. Maybe I could do it just on this. No, I think I'm gonna go a little crazy here, but that just means coloring. And I purposely didn't color on the outside, knowing we'll do just a little bit on the inside. See, I'm thinking about putting it all the way around the bottom, but that's not necessary, and it'll take forever to color. So the other two were on this side, so I'll do this one here. Just a little one down here. This is going to be like a garden full of, you should look up what this flower is. A garden full of, 1, 2, 3, Leaucodendron. This is a garden of Leaucodendron. Of course. Oh, and another thing is leaves are naturally green, but trying to keep it a little bit monochromatic, so it's just a little bit soft to the eyes. I have it blue and granite gray. And I noticed my frame is touching right there. dipping down. Let me fix that. Good, 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 bad. Good. Now the whole frame is popped up. I like it when the frame produces a little bit of a shadow. Okay, back on task coloring. Okay, so I'll start with the flowers. I'm going to start with the darkest color. So for this one, I'm using Blueberry Bushel Light and Boho Light and Dark. Just because when I do the whole thing in blueberry, it's too heavy. And if ever you're not sure about colors, you can see I was doing garage sale stuff. Lots of garage sale stuff. Oh well. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, here it is. Like when I was trying to do the berry and freesia, it's like, well, what colors should go together? That one is really purple. These are a little bit lighter. So see how I was doing different combos? And usually you just have a tiny little spot, so you don't need 5 colors on it. But this one I was trying blueberry, but you wouldn't see much of the flower. So I pulled in boho. So I have blueberry light and boho. But just play around on a scrap paper. Okay, so I'm going to start with the darkest. And I'm just going to start out putting a little bit of the dark color wherever the petal comes off of the petal stem. And the tips of the leaf, I'm going to try to preserve, of the petal, I'm going to try to preserve that for boho light. See, some of these is like, that kind of looks like a leaf. Is it a leaf or is it part of the flower? I think if I make it blue, it's part of the flower. Oh, that's a leaf. Well, that's okay. They say with blends, one color can replace another. That's the theory, and it works pretty good. So I'm going to test that theory, because I colored that one right there, which should be granite. I colored it blueberry. But another thing is the paper has only so much room to drink up the color. And sometimes it becomes oversaturated and it kind of starts to bleed outside the lines. So you have to let it dry a bit, or try not to too heavily go over your coloring over and over and over. Okay, I'm just going to put dark all around that bud center. This right here is the hardest part, trying to figure out, okay, where's the petal center? But after this, it just gets easier and easier, and it looks really good. I love coloring with the blends, a little bit, not too much. So Tony and Bo are still out working on the fence. He's it's like the wire fence. What do they call it? Deer and rabbit. And he's putting in new posts and some places some new fence, and he's going to make it taller, which is great because I don't want the deer in here. They eat our garden and it makes Bo crazy. Bo thinks he needs to go play with them. And some of the little ones, I don't know how they jump in, but they struggle to jump out when Bo goes out to play with them. So, that's good to do. Okay, so these are petals. Oh, I'm going to try to fix that one petal, or that one leaf that I colored as a petal. So this is granite. I'm going to use granite light and dark. So I'm going to start with granite dark. Let me find that one. Oh, it's right here. So they say I could replace this. Go over it. Still looks a little blue. Oh, there it goes. It's looking gray. And I'll come back and I'll revisit that. So since I have the gray going, This is going to look rough at first. You're like, what is all that? But wait till it comes together. I had to color that stem too. If you have new markers and you have that nice tip, it's a breeze coloring these little bits, like the stem. Coloring and coloring. And you know, because the areas that I'm coloring is so small, I won't take much time trying to blend it, because it's kind of dramatic when you see the two colors, like the light and the dark markers. Okay, this one I'm going to go over it again, trying to make it more gray rather than blue. I probably could have just colored it all blue and pretend like, yep, that bud is just kind of being a little bit big. Okay, good enough. And the light. Okay, this is going to make all the leaves look good. Complete. It has a hint of blue. So what it does when you replace a color is it's just pushing the pigment from the marker, the color, down to the back side of the paper. So if I flip it over, you'll see a big splotch of blue. Should I do it? Should I do it? Right there is where I kept hitting it. That's where the blue went. Yeah. The leaves are looking good now, huh? They're getting all done. I was wanting to use, for blue, lighter, I was wanting to use Balmy, but that's just more of a yellow type blue, where boho is more of a softer, like even going toward purple side. I guess it would be a redder blue. It just works well with blueberry bushel. Okay, I think the leaves are done. Let's do the petals. Blue flowers. I love me some blue flowers. Okay, so now when I'm doing boho dark, I'm trying to allow, oh, that almost looks darker than the blueberry. Oh, it's okay. I'm trying to allow room for the boho light to just be on the tips. Like I'm going to avoid that one because that's just enough room for boho light to be on the tips. Ooh, I didn't do that one at all. Some of these are so tiny. They're probably just like one color petal rather than 3. I know, 3 is excessive. 2 would be just fine. So if you did 2, the card has blueberry on it, but the blueberry, like you saw, it's a little bit dark. Would you choose to do a completely different color like boho on it? Okay, you're starting to see the difference from the flower petals almost done compared to the flower petals started. But it's much easier after you've identified this is a petal, this is where it starts. Oop, went outside the line. So tomorrow is World Card Making Day, and Stampin' Up! Is hosting an event. And if you go to stampinup.com, you'll see all of the details of the event, and you can follow along, watch demonstrations, maybe even see a sneak peek of new products, which is kind of fun. And Stampin' Up! Also has, they're 35 years old. They have 35 promotion going on. So if you join, you get 35% more free, or you could choose 35% off. And it's always a great deal. But if you spend $100 a month, you're already doing enough to be a demonstrator, because there's a quarterly quota and you're already filling that. You might as well get the discount. So if you have any questions, you could go to my blog, which is JilliBling.com, and click the join button, and you'll see all of the details on the promo, and it's good the whole month of October. Or you could give me a call or contact me, and I will find answers. But it's a good deal. It's always a good deal. But right now it's a really good deal. And just think, you could get all of the markers on sale or with your discount. It's a really good discount. Aren't the flowers pretty? They're happening. Then we just do the centers. And I picked out Lemon Lolly. I was thinking maybe a little bit more of a bold yellow, like Daffodil Delight. But the Lemon Lolly is kind of soft, which goes with the monochromatic look of this card. Okay, we're getting there. See, if I were to put flowers all across the bottom, we'd be coloring for another little while. Okay, so that is it. Oh, yellow. Yellow. Lemon Lolly. So just do it at the bottom. And Lemon Lolly at the top. Oop. I see a spot that I didn't color. Okay, where is that leaf? So you can't even tell anymore. That's the leaf that was blue. Cool. Okay, so that's it. That's today's project. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day.